I just wanted to make this video just to say the only way to see motion in whatever you're doing is to lock in. Whether you're a uni student, whether you're an editor, whether you're a content creator, whether you're a mechanic, like a lawyer, like school, college, literally anything, right? A footballer, aspiring footballer, you just need to lock in. Like, practice your craft. And I'm talking 1 to 2 hours a day and you're good. And the reason I can say this is because, like, when I was trying to get my first client, my first editing client, I was just sending messages like a madman, and I had no proof of concept, but I was also kind of like, okay, let's lock in. Like, what else can I do? Like, I've sent a bunch of messages. What else can I do? I know a lot of people will be like, oh, yep, sent 10 messages today. That's it. I was sending 10 messages and then also messaging them again, but not asking for their kind of like, if they need my service, I'm asking, can you put me in contact with this person? Because I think they need my service. And that was kind of my way in, because then that's when I finally got a response and they were like, nah, I need you more than they need me. And I basically got my first client that way. But me locking in, sending those extra messages, like, shit, I think I even made a video before. Like, I made a video, sent it to them, well, sent it to him, and was like, yeah, like, this is what I can do. And he was like, cold, let's work. Like, it's just going that extra length. And it's kind of like, I wouldn't have gone that extra length if I wasn't obviously practicing my craft. If I wasn't spending the 1 to 2 hours a day editing videos to even make one of his videos my practice videos, then like all of this would never have happened. And really and truly, if I learned this lesson earlier, I probably would have applied this to school, because like, obviously I came out with like a few A's, couple B's, few C's in GCSEs. But if I locked in, like, I didn't lock in at all back then. I ain't gonna lie to you, I didn't lock in at all. But if I locked in for my GCSEs, I would have went to Loughborough instead of UOB. And like, it was just a minor difference. Like, all I needed to do was lock in 1 hour a day to 2 hours a day for like a few weeks. That's it. The only issue with locking in is that it gets boring. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, no matter how much you like whatever you do, locking in will be fucking boring. Like, let's say you're trying to learn something and the only way to learn that is by studying a bunch of books. Sure, shit, you can love reading till the cows come home. That shit is still gonna be boring, bro. Like, you can love editing, but shit, you're editing every single day for at least 2 hours minimum. Boy, you're gonna get sick of that shit. Like, what other example is there? Like, I don't think you can do like so much of one thing every single day and not be bored of it. So, I mean, lock in, but you also need to take healthy breaks. And the way I did this by, one, going for a walk. Simple, easiest thing to do. Obviously, in the UK, the weather ain't the best right now, so like, going for a walk probably ain't the best option. But like, during the summer, I'd wake up in the morning early, 6 a.m, like, it was bright outside, go for a walk, 45 minutes, clear my mind, fresh air, lock in. Do you get me? And then another way is just breaking up your day and going to the gym. So like, whether that's you go to the gym in the morning instead of a walk, or midday on your break, or even after a long ass day, go into the gym. Once again, getting some fresh air, because you'd have to leave your house, unless you're a rich nigga with like a home gym or some shit. But you'd have to leave your house, get to the gym. Maybe you do some cardio, maybe you lift some weights. Just remove yourself from that environment, give yourself a fresh space. That's gonna reset you. That literally resets you, and then the next day you're ready to go again. And obviously, don't confuse locking in with like absolutely ignoring your family and friends. Like, you can still jump on a call with your friends, you can still speak to your family, because 1 to 2 hours a day of locking in isn't the whole day. You're awake for at least 15 hours, depending on how long you sleep. You're awake for at least 15. Let's say you work for 8 and you lock in for 1 to 2. That's a 10-hour day. Yeah, that's a long fucking day. But you still got 5 hours, 6 hours. Shit, I know some of you only even sleep 6 hours, so you've got like another 8 hours to go. Like, is that the maths right? Yeah. You've got like another 8 hours to go. You're good. Like, and another place, if you say, oh, don't have the time. One thing I realized, everyone has the time. Check your screen time. Like, shit, nigga, my screen time was like 7 hours. Like 6-7 hours. And I downloaded an app called Jomo, because that actually tells you your screen time for being like how long you're actually on apps and actually actively using your phone. Whereas Apple screen time just tells you if your phone's on, that's screen time. Like if my phone wasn't locked and it was just on, that would literally be screen time. So like that was kind of inaccurate. So I used Jomo, and I was on my phone like 6-7 hours, like actively. I'm like, shit, 6-7 hours, that's basically my whole day apart from my work day. That's crazy work. Like if your screen time's anything like that, chances are you're probably not locking in unless you sleep less hours. But sleeping less isn't gonna help you lock in either. You're just gonna be like, your brain will probably be fogged. You'll be tired. Like after you finish 8 hours plus an exercise, you're gonna be drained, bro. Like unless you're popping like 2 energy drinks or 2 coffees a day, which I wouldn't recommend anyway. But yeah, that's like, locking in is the only way to see motion in literally no matter what you do. That's one thing I wish I learned earlier. And always remember, slow motion is better than no motion. Word to Chevron. Sometimes you don't see shit moving. You might work on your thing for 3 days and you might be like, raw, I still don't get it, or this looks dead, or yeah, it's just not working, like I've just wasted my time. But then the 4th day it could click, the 5th day it could click, and now shit, you're just like extra locked in, because maybe that edit you've been working on for like the last week wasn't clicking for the first 3 days, but now it's clicking, shit's looking smooth, the animations are looking good. Do you get me? Or like, even if you're struggling to talk to the camera or some shit, talk to the camera for an hour a day. I'm not saying you need to post it, but shit, if you want, you can talk to the camera for 1 hour a day. And you might, after 7 days, you might be like, right, this is difficult, I'm tired, I don't feel like I'm improving. The second week might be a completely different story. And you could call it the compound effect, right? Like, shit doesn't happen overnight. Rome wasn't built in a day. Like, everything in this life takes time to build. It takes longer to create something than it does to destroy something. So just keep that in mind. And I guess, yeah, that's the end of the video. Just lock in it. Lock in it. That's so British.